Hey guys, Coach Justin here with your at-home workout of the day for Monday, May 3rd. Our prep for today, we're gonna start with 10 pass-throughs, followed by 6 per side curtsy lunges, and finally 8 per side dead bugs. So your pass-through, you're gonna take your broomstick or PVC pipe, grab it out nice and wide at the end, and try to keep your elbows locked straight as you come up over top your head and back behind you, all the way back until you make contact with your lower back. And then come all the way up, over and back, trying to keep those elbows straight the whole time in front of you. All right, so you want some resistance as you go over top your head. So if you didn't achieve that or feel that, bring your hands in a little bit closer. And you want to find that sweet spot where you have a little bit of stretch, a little bit of resistance as you go over top, over and back. So over and back is 1 rep, and you're going to do 10 reps of those pass-throughs. Next, we're going to do 6 per side curtsy lunges. So start with your feet directly underneath you, and you're going to take 1 step back and behind like a curtsy. Bring that knee down to the ground, back up and switch over to the other side. Back and behind, knee to the ground lightly, come on back up. All right, so we don't want to step too far back, otherwise we get into an awkward position here. So just enough back so that your knee lines up pretty closely with your back heel, and then flip over to the other side. 6 per side or 12 reps in total. Finally, we're going to do our dead bugs, so make your way to the ground. And you're going to have your lower back in contact with the ground, knees bent, feet off the ground. Opposite arm and leg are moving. But before you start, take a deep breath in. Brace through the midsection. Try to maintain the rib cage in that down position, locked tight. Opposite arm and leg come down towards the ground. You come on back up. Deep breath in, brace that core again. Change to the other side, opposite arm and leg towards the ground, and back and forth. All right, it should be harder and harder and harder to maintain that core brace position as you lower out further and further with your arm and your leg. So 8 reps on each side there of the dead bug, or 16 reps in total. And we're gonna go through those 3 movements for 3 rounds. That's your prep for today. All right, our strength for today, we've got 8 per side lateral step-ups, followed by 10 dumbbell pullovers from the ground, and finally 10 body saw planks. So our lateral step up, if you're going to use a dumbbell, you don't have to. If you're going to load this movement with the dumbbell, I want you to hold it here at the chest in a goblet position. Okay, I'm just going to put this down so I can describe to you the movement a little better. So what you're going to do is start with 1 foot on the box and the other foot beside the box. Okay, so we want to avoid being back here behind, because this turns it into a traditional step up where you're stepping forward. We want to step to the side. So we're going to lean our weight, shift our weight over top of the box to this leg here, drive this foot in and through the box to bring ourselves up all the way to the top, and then back down, bring the foot down beside the box once again, and repeat. Try to keep this foot flat on the box, the heel stays on the ground, and try not to push off the ground with this leg too much. And like I said, if you want to load that move, hold the dumbbell in a goblet position at the chest. All the same mechanics, shift your weight over top of the box. Come on up and back down. All right, so we're going to do 8 reps on each leg of the lateral box step up. Next, we're going to do a dumbbell pullover. So make your way to the ground, and you're going to grab the dumbbell here like this by both heads, 1 head in each hand. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the ground. Before you bring that dumbbell down, take a huge deep breath in, brace through the core, just like with the dead bug. Try not to let that rib cage flare up as you lower the dumbbell towards the ground. Low, 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 and then pull it back over top, over your chest. Okay, reset your core at the top of each rep and pull it back. All right, you want to focus on these big lat muscles that are along the side of your back there, and try to get those to do as much work as you can. All right, so you're going to do 10 reps, maybe more if the dumbbell that you have is a little bit light. Finally, our body saw plank. We're going to get into plank position on the ground, on your elbows. So here's our standard plank position. Squeeze your butt, open up your chest, and then take a bit of a step back with your feet. Now we've increased our lever length, and we're going to start to oscillate forward and back. So onto the top of our toes. Come on back way onto the top of our toes. Come on back, all right? So the further you step out at the beginning, the more challenging that move is. Forward and back counts as 1 rep, and you're gonna do 10 reps of that body saw plank. So we're gonna go through those 3 movements for 4 sets, and that's your strength for today. All right, our Metcon for today, we've got a 12-minute AMRAP, as many rounds and reps as possible in 12 minutes of 10 dumbbell sit-ups, that's 5 per arm, then 20 single arm dumbbell hang power cleans, and finally 30 skips or line hops. So our dumbbell sit-up, you're gonna start on the ground, on your back, and you can have your legs straight out or bent or anywhere in between, and have the dumbbell in one arm extended through the elbow. You're gonna punch the dumbbell forward and up as you sit yourself up and end up in this tall seated position. Again, either with your knees straight or bent, whatever's comfortable for you, and control yourself back down and repeat. So you're gonna do 5 reps on one arm and then 5 reps on the other. Okay, 10 reps total. Next, we've got our dumbbell hang power clean. So you're gonna start with the dumbbell in one hand. It's either beside your hips or in between your legs. Okay, I'll show you beside first. Driving through the hips, hinging just like a kettlebell swing, extending through the knees and hips, getting tall, shrugging that shoulder up to get the dumbbell to your shoulder, back down, and repeat. Okay, if you go in between the legs, it looks like this, same idea. Extend and drive through the knees and hips to bring the dumbbell up to your shoulder. Okay, there you're gonna do 10 on one arm and then 10 on the other, but you can break it up however you want, however you'd like. If you wanna break it up every 5 reps between sides, you can do that as well. Finally, our 30 skips or line hops. If you got a skipping rope, you can do single skips or double skips. And if you don't, you can do line hops or line shuffles. So hops, laterally side to side over any line on the ground, or your shuffle steps, 3 steps on either side, and moving the arms with the legs. All right, so 30 times total, and then back to the top to your dumbbell sit-ups, and you're gonna repeat through that for 12 minutes, as many rounds and reps as possible, and that's your Metcon for today.